It was the final week of Atomic Kitten's reign at number 1 with Whole Again. It was pushed close, though, by this from Outkast. This is Miss Jackson.
So this actually won a Grammy for the best rap performance for duo or group, and is pretty much a song about Benjamin from the band's relationship with Erykah Badu and her mother. And when they kind of fed back, Erykah was a bit torn, but her mum loved it so much that she actually went and bought herself a Miss Jackson number plate and all of the merchandise. How cool is the mum? How cool is the mum?
Yeah, it's great that she took it, you know, in good spirits and good charm, because I mean the story is kind of Andre 3000 talking about his relationship with Erykah Badu, as you've said, the fact they had a child together out of wedlock. This is his way of kind of apologising for maybe not being the best part of the relationship, maybe not being too great. And if you're going to do it, you may as well make a song out of it, and you may as well make it in typical Outkast fashion, bloody brilliant, because this is an absolute classic for me. This is a proper jam. My Outkast memories as a child obviously start with Here Ya Are, but I remember seeing this on the music channels around the same sort of time and going, oh my god, Outkast have got a new song, not realising that this, you know, predated Here Ya Are by a good 3 years. That also happened for me when I saw Green Day American Idiot on the channels, and I thought, oh, there's a new band called Green Day. No, wrong. When I saw Usher, yeah, I was like, oh my god, there's a new guy called Usher and he's got a song called Yeah. No, wrong, not new. And Faithless Mass Destruction, that was the first Faithless song I ever heard or saw.
Wow,
and I thought, oh, there's a new group called Faithless, not realising just how much of a massive back catalogue they also have. So yeah, I'm glad this series exists, because I am getting to learn a lot about tracks that I thought were like debuts and stuff, but really aren't. So yeah, but I've known of this for, let's say, what, a good 15 years, and it's always been a real classic for me. The Outkast flow, always brilliant, always just so unique and so unexpected. And I've said before about Craig David and how he uses his tongue, and every member of Outkast does weird tongue techniques. Production wise, I'm sure we'll get into it, but there's just so much going on. I just can't prophesize enough about how much I love this. Are you the same, Scott?
This is such a weird starting to the track because it's got like reverse and pull-ups and stuff in it. This for me is my first intro juice of the week.
Yes.
And it sounds different to any other intro juice. So most intro juice tracks that I love either have like a really sexy piece of bass, or they're really heavily mastered or something, so there's a lot going on and it's large. This is just completely different.
Yeah.
So this for me, and I actually thought when I was like listening to this, I'd really love to hear Eminem sing this and see how he flows it out, which is dead odd because there's some elements of it where I'm like, I can hear the flow being really similar in places to Eminem. Production-wise, the bass is perfect.
Yeah.
The reverse is perfect. The piano is perfect. It's dead strange to get so many perfect elements in a track. So, and you can tell how good this was at the time, right? Because, you know, I've talked about messing up lyrics to Papa Roach and just like mouthing it and must have actually looked like a complete idiot. I must have known that at the time, because with Outkast, Miss Jackson, I wouldn't do that. I would only sing the bits that I knew and wouldn't fake mouth anything because they were so cool. I did not want to be seen getting the lyrics remotely wrong to Outkast. So this just out of nowhere just became and put Outkast as the epitome of cool. And like it was a new cool.
Yeah.
It was dead strange, but kind of changed everything a little bit. Yeah.
One of my favourite parts of the production I only realised listening to it like as part of this is there's a really subtle bit of da 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 as part of the production towards the end. It's just kind of slipped in there and you wouldn't notice it if you're not really paying attention, but it's so clever, and you can tell that they put so much effort into the production, and I've seen them talk about how it was put together. I mean, it started as an acoustic track, but they realised they wanted to kind of develop it into something a bit more, well, they say, into something people could understand a little bit more, which is, you know, it's a way of making it more accessible, making it more than just like a guitar-y sort of thing. There's so many different layers that I love, and I listen to it a lot of times, and I'm kind of tuning my ears to each one each time, and there's just so much. I mean, you've mentioned the reverse effect that it has. They literally just got a track across the entire thing and put it in reverse. So there's an entire track underneath the track played backwards, which makes it feel, you know, it gives that more unusual feel that the track has. It just adds to it. Yeah, this could change things. This really could change things.
I said to my wife last week when I saw it coming, I bet you Liam changes and this is his new series winner, which is quite odd. I was kind of devastated a bit though, because I don't know why I was surprised, because obviously it's like hip hop. I only learned out, that's not even English. I only learned today that this is a sample. I didn't realise, and I don't know why I'm surprised, because the whole point of hip hop is sampling, and then that was sampled and brought as Outkast, Miss Jackson. Here's something harsh I like the original slightly better.
Oh.
Isn't that weird? Like, I love Outkast Miss Jackson. I think it's brilliant, but I think that it's actually really playing with me at the moment, where I do like that just tiny little sample from the start. I prefer the original sample, and I don't know whether that's because I'm probably geeky as opposed to cool at this age. But yeah, it's a bit odd. I still think there's power in the song, right? So the breakdown, most people to this day know the words to the breakdown.
Yeah.
They know it. And also, if you go and you say forever in a high-pitched voice,
Forever, ever,
Exactly.
forever and ever.
So that is timeless, and that is, again, we're back to social impact and if it's having an impact. So again, for me, forever, ever, that has lived forever in many respects. I've got to think about, we've done Say My Name as being an empowering track, and we're looking at the subculture in society that it impacts, really. And this puts me in a weird place whenever you put Miss Jackson beside Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Ooh.
It's odd.
Imagine if we both changed. Gosh.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Video-wise, you'll love it. There's dogs in it, so I'm assuming you just got completely over love the dog. There's ex-mother-in-laws, because the song's also about the tensions that can be caused by a mother-in-law of the broken-hearted daughter whenever you break up. So there's mother-in-laws in the video, there's burning houses, there's storms. But video-wise, there was nothing like it on the music channels at the time. So sitting watching it was just, and it's still interesting to this day. I didn't realise how big this song still was all these years later.
Yeah. Question for you, Scott. As somebody who's been around the block, and obviously has been very happily married for a good 11 years now, but this is your chance now to follow the suit of Miss Jackson. Are there any baby mamas you want to say sorry to right now?
Do you know what? No. I met my wife when I was 19, so my seriousness of relationships before that were pretty minimal. I've probably got to say sorry to like sisters or something, because where I came from, there was a limited number of access of girls. So, I have gone out with one girl, broken up with her, and then like maybe 6 months later I'm going out with her sister.
Ouch.
But that was kind of normal in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre hillbilly kind of a way where I come from. But yeah, and then whenever the third sister asked me out, whenever I'd broken up with the other two, it was like, no, sorry, it was odd. Aye. Weird.